Okay, so in this video we'll be looking at the compatibility of Lemon RX with Spektrum transmitters. So I just wanted to find a cheap alternative for Spektrum receivers. Uh, so I went online and I found that these transmitters, basically this is like DSMX radio, so it basically supports two protocols, DSM2 as well as DSMX protocols. So Spektrum receivers are kind of expensive, so yeah, let's see what happens with this Lemon RX. This is also a satellite, so for what I'm doing, I want a satellite kind of a receiver because I don't want a full receiver. So yeah, usually these are like combined with full receivers to get more signal and to improve the quality of the signal that is received. So for basically to increase reliability. So we also have this cable. So I want to check whether what I am having is compatible with this cable. So the middle is the ground and one is like the positive, and also we have the ground. So let's check that first. If that is okay, I can plug this receiver directly to the setup that I have to like get the values from this Lemon RX. Right. So this is the cable that I have. The brown wire goes to the center. That means it is like the ground at the center, and the positive is when I place this right next to it. The positive is at the left corner, and the data pin is at the rightmost corner. So uh, my crude way of having this connector is compatible with this receiver. It should be anyway compatible, but just want to make sure. So this runs on 3.3 volts, so we do not want to give anything above 3.3 volts. It mentions as 3 volts on this ground and signal. It's also mentioned here. So the thing is like if the transmitter is supporting DSMX protocol, it should bind basically to the receivers which supports DSMX as well as DSM2. So both receivers that are compatible with those two protocols should be supported. So I just want to check what happens. So we earlier I had a separate code that I found on GitHub to like put the receiver to bind mode by using a digital pin that sends some pulse, as well as it also utilizes the signal pin, both the positive pin and the signal pin to send some pulses to put this receiver to bind mode, because the original Spektrum receiver doesn't have this bind button. So that's what we are going to try to find out. So for this receiver, we might not need to like put this receiver to the bind mode by using a separate signal. So let's connect the power, right? Hopefully I'm not connecting it the right way. All right, so it basically flashed and went away. Let's hold this button. Maybe we need to turn power to this device while holding the button or something. Oh, I don't know. Let's see that. I'm holding the button and powering it up. All right. So that way, hold the button, power the device. So right now it's in the binding mode. You can see what I just need to do is like put the transmitter to the binding mode as well. So, that's what I'm going to do here. So there's a bind button here at the back of your transmitter. So I'm going to hold this. Maybe it's a shortcut, but you can also access it from the menu. So I'm going to hold this and put on the turn on the transmitter. It says binding. So successfully bound, right? So can you see? All right. So we went to the main menu. Okay, and hopefully we should receive serial communication. Let's see that, right? Okay. Mm, maybe I should restart the microcontroller. You can see what happens when I restart. Right now, the serial monitor seems to be frozen for some reason. All right. Anyway, so it's bounded. I don't know whether I need to make some changes in the protocol, but let's see. Let's close the serial monitor, open it back. Okay, nothing. Looks like a serial issue or something because uh, I will re-plug the USB cable again. Okay. Looks like I have nothing. So let's re-upload the code and see what it does. Okay, so some it's not maybe it's not it's stuck in some kind of a loop or something. Let me try to restart this device. Definitely the transmitter is speaking to this receiver, but looks like this board is refusing to get started. So the board doesn't show up. Why is that? Let me remove this one, the ESP. Okay. All right. Okay. Uh, Seems a little slow for some reason. Let's see whether it's even responding. Yeah, values are increasing, but the login rate has decreased because like I had several other codes, so most of the sensors are not plugged in. So let's try to upload some other sketch, but as far as I'm concerned, when I lower the throttle, it's slow, but you can see that the channel number one decrease. So right now I'm like rotating this knob, this channel number 8 increasing, channel number 8 decreasing. The code is slow because it's also expecting other sensor data which are not available right now. Let me upload another code, okay? That just gets these radio signals. So right now this code only prints up to 6 PWM channels, but it's okay. You will understand what I'm saying. So right now I'm uploading the code, and I want to see whether it even works accurately. So this is the experiment that we are doing, right? All right. So 6 channels. Now it should be very robust. So see. So also I said that this receiver is cheap than a Spektrum receiver. It is not so cheap, but it's nice to have one around because this can be easily like combined with Spektrum transmitters because they have the same protocol. So yeah, might not be. I don't know what can I say about the reliability. I don't know, but it has two long antennas and seems like and this bind button is also neat. That allows us to like easily bind this receiver to the transmitter. So I had no issues regarding binding process. Just bind it and use it. So and also I think it seems to be a solid piece. It's a satellite receiver though, like you don't have the ability to like directly connect stuff to this one, but you can receive the signal. That's the important thing. So anyway, hope you guys learned something out of this. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.